It was a very eventful weekend for Resident Evil, and we're going to recap it all right here. All 2 things that actually happened. But first, this is PlayByte, the show where I bring you the best gaming news in a tiny bite-sized form. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and drop this video a like. So the first big one that I thought was just, oh my god, I know she is sweating bullets. So IGN had a little conference, a little speech about Resident Evil 9. They were talking about it, live streaming it and everything. And one of the hosts over there at IGN, Jane, she accidentally slipped up and confirmed Leon Kennedy for Resident Evil Requiem. Now, obviously, we all knew Leon was coming. It's probably the most poorly kept secret, which honestly, at this point, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I think Capcom might be the worst people in the game industry at keeping secrets. I mean, remember Okami 2? We were like, they were gonna make that be this whole big secret thing, and then we all knew about it for like almost a year leading up to its announcement. Same with Animusha. So it's very interesting to see that this is, you know, once again a thing that's happening for them, but it's even more interesting to see that it was IGN themselves who leaked this out. Obviously, we already had the Dust Golem leaks, but I honestly thought when this would eventually get leaked out that it would end up being some random YouTuber or some Best Buy or Walmart Canada or something, but no, it was IGN. It was the big dogs, if you will. I know I said there was only 2 things, but this one can technically be 2.5, I don't know, it's whatever you decide. But the hooded figure in Resident Evil Requiem, for the longest time now, people have been speculating, is this Leon, is this XYZ character? But now we have confirmation that it's actually a brand new character, which I mean, I was already assuming it was a brand new character, so I guess this is kind of like a no news type event. And then finally, Resident Evil Requiem gameplay was shown for the Nintendo Switch 2, and myself and most people, other people, was very shocked by it. I was very surprised to see this game running at 60 FPS on the Switch 2, especially being as graphically intense as it is and looking as good as it does. Now obviously, I mean, I've played Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2, I've played Yakuza 0 on the Switch 2. It can handle heavy games. However, Resident Evil Requiem is a whole different beast. The RE engine is just something that's out of complete science fiction at this point. That's what it feels like when you play games on it. So to see it running on the Switch 2 as perfect as it is, this is actually a major deal, because then obviously when we get the other Resident Evil games coming to the Switch 2, it's going to be very exciting. We're going to get the new Monster Hunters on the Switch 2, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get Okami 2 on the Switch 2 as well. And if we're lucky, I don't want to get your hopes up, but if we're lucky, just maybe, they will finally fix the issues of Resident Evil Revelations from almost 10 years ago on the Nintendo Switch 1, port it over to the Switch 2, and we'll, look, I will delete every video I ever made complaining about that. This year's Tokyo Game Show was definitely one for the books for Resident Evil fans. I mean, it sucks too because there wasn't a lot of announcements this time around, which I guess is to be, you know, assumed, especially when we have the Game Awards literally weeks away at this point. It's really weird to think that Resident Evil Requiem is really and truly only a handful of months away. February is not that long from now, and February is getting, okay, I'm going off on a tangent now, feel free to click away from the video, but February is getting stacked. I mean, not only are we getting this game, we are getting Yakuza Kiwami 3, we are getting the story deals, well I guess as a pack-in game for Yakuza Kiwami 3, and then so much more is coming out in February. Movies, games, it is getting stacked. Like February 2026 is honestly starting to feel and look like October 2009. I personally am very excited and I cannot wait to see how these games play and the story and everything. Oh my god, it's so crazy to think that February is already gonna be 5 years almost since Resident Evil Village, which is just bizarre because I remember covering that game, all its entire build up, streaming it, going for the platinum, getting frustrated over Mercenaries, giving up on the platinum. It seems like that was just yesterday, man. I was a kid, still in college, and now I'm pushing 30, and I got a bad back and a bad knee. Life comes quick. Life comes quick. But one thing that hasn't changed is my love for Resident Evil. With all that being said, are you excited for this? Were you surprised to see that IGN was the one who leaked out Leon Kennedy? Are you even more surprised at how well this runs on the Switch? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, try not to die, and I'll see you in the next video.